Yo, what's going on? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I made a video. Just been kind of busy lately. My son plays basketball, so he's had some tournaments the last few weekends. It's kind of been taking up my time. So, but we're back at it. Back at it. A lot of things going on with the market. So I'm excited about that. Remember, we only have one rule here. You know, do your own research. Why? Because I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research. So we just here to talk stocks and have a good time. That's it. So, but yeah, let's jump right into things here. Bear with me 1 second. See what's going on in the market today. Let's take a look at the Dow here. As you can see, the Dow is down 74 points. You know, Jerome Powell kind of came out and made some comments that, a couple of more interest rate hikes are not off the board yet, still up in the air. So I think that kind of had an effect on the market for a little while. So, but, not terrible. But the Dow's down today. Last 5 days, see the Dow been going pretty much the same, only down 82 points. And year to date, we're still up 2% on the Dow. So, despite everything's going on, inflation and all that, the Dow's still up on the year to date. Take a look at the S&P. S&P, I mean, pretty much called that even, right? Only down 1 point today. For the last week, the S&P has actually been up 13 points, still pretty much even. And year to date, the S&P is still up 14%. So a good gauge of how your market is going. Look at, not your market, your portfolio is going. Take a look at your returns so far year to date. Are you beating the S&P, which is at 14%? That's a good way to gauge how your investing portfolio is doing. And we look at the NASDAQ, up 36 on the day. Last week, for the last 5 days, up 69 points. And year to date, still going strong. Look at that, up 30% year to date with the NASDAQ, 3,000 points. So that's pretty good. Can't complain about that. So, NASDAQ still pushing strong. Like I say, I've said it plenty of times before. Had a pretty down year last year. So, it has some making up to do. But I think that, it's hopefully it should still carry strong for the rest of the year. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So, let's take a look here. I want to give you guys, I'm kind of flying off the cuff here, a little update on my Robinhood portfolio. Remember, my Robinhood portfolio is one of my smaller portfolios that I'm trying. We have a short-term goal to get it to 4K, right? And I think this is my third update that I've done on it that I started about a month ago. You guys can go check out the previous two videos. I think we started off with like 2,200, 2,300. And we got a short-term goal right now to get to 4K. And then, we'll set some more goals after that, right? Because not only am I building a portfolio, I want to practice my options, right? That's something else I want to add to my arsenal is options. So I'm using this account to work on my calls, my loan calls, leap options, and just practicing in real time. So let's take a look. And here we are. And you see the total in the Robinhood portfolio is 35.53.71. And although the market is closed, I do have crypto, as you can see over here in this portfolio. So you're going to see steady updates coming in. But as you see right here, oh man, You see, right, for today, we had a strong day, right? Up 4% in the portfolio today. And I'm not mad at that at all. And you kind of see, how we moved for the day. And we was up higher than that, but we cooled off at the end. So I'm excited about what's going on in the market in this portfolio here. And you see for the last week, we're actually up 7%, 232 points. And for the last month, we're up 26%, 745 points in the Robinhood portfolio. So you see that we're obviously doing something right. Look at that green there, right? This is not a big account at all, but look at that green. Look at that. Look at how it's moving. You see how it's starting down and going up? Let's take a look at 3 months. Wow, look at that. For the last 3 months, we're up 30%, 820 points in the Robinhood portfolio. And year to date, up 48% this year, up over 1,100 points. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't taking this portfolio serious until this year. Recently, I just had some crypto that I had over there that I was just messing around with. But I think I said I wanted to kind of take this account serious. I wanted to make an effort to learn options. I do cover call options that I just learned this year. I do that in my Fidelity account, in one of my bigger accounts, because that involves Google and Amazon. And hopefully I can get to 100 shares of Apple, and I can do cover calls on Apple as well. That'll really open up some doors for me. But in this particular portfolio, I want to focus on my long-term options or my call options. Some might be long-term, some might not be, depending on the positions and the cost, right? So, I started off pretty much with Sophie, right? I got a couple call options on Sophie, and that turned out really well for me. I was able to take a profit from those positions, put something forward. That turned out really well for me. I tried position in Google. Well, Google just had some downgrades, so it didn't turn out too good for me, but not that bad. But I was able to get into a Apple play that turned out real well for me. And now I've taken some of that profit, and when I close out my Google, I've now I have 2 call options on Apple, as you see on the screen here. And I think Apple is going to be my mainstay. I think Apple, to me, is the number 1 company in the world, right? And that's just my opinion. And I want to focus on building or creating more contracts in Apple, right? So I have 2 contracts. I want to get to 3, then 4 contracts, then 5 contracts. So that's what I'm working on right now. So let's just take a look at how we done with these Apple contracts since we purchased, right? Because that's going to be the life of this portfolio, is how well I do on my option plays. So let's just take a look here. You see the market value. You see our total return of 16%. When did we buy? Yesterday. We bought these 2 contracts yesterday. We're up 16% already, right? And you see the average cost was $6.10. You multiply that times 100, so it was $610. I bought 2 contracts, so you multiply that times 2, right? And you see the current price right now. So that's we've done really well in one day. It was up more than that, but Apple cooled off at the end of the day. But I'm not complaining at all. And you see what we have here. We have 2 call options, expiration date of 7/28, right? And so that gives a month to play with. If you saw how I had my Sophie options and my forward options, they were call options, but they had January 2024 expiration dates. It was much cheaper, right? I want to do the long options as longer out as far as the expiration. But with Apple, I'm gonna have to build my way out to that, right? Because those are going to be a lot more expensive than the ones that's close. Because Apple is Apple, right? So You're not going to pay the same price for a January call option for Apple as you did for Sophie at the time, or Ford. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. But so far so good. We're doing really well on these Apple call options. Um, Not quite sure what type of percentage I'm looking at that I want to close out on, but I want to be able to go to 3 contracts on the next call option, and 4 and 5 and 6. And we want to just keep building this thing out, to see if we can get our portfolio to grow. But that's where we at right now with the our Apple call options. Doing pretty well on them. See the delta here. I like. I'm not a. I'm learning, right? I'm still learning these things. I know when I do a delta, if I get it up in the 70 range, 0.70, I'm doing pretty good. Is what I've seen so far in the call options I've done. So that's kind of my goal. I like to see my options with a delta of 0.70. But I'm not an expert. You guys do what do what you feel. What I have noticed this go around, then when I used to just mess around with them, is I'm buying options that's already in the money. I studied before where I was buying options way out of the money just because it was cheaper, and hoping to get lucky, and it usually turned out the opposite, right? So I'm looking for higher trades that's it's going to give me a better return, risk of return, and of course it's probably going to cost more. It's going to cost more, right, when you buy it in the money than way out of the money. So I'm learning that, but hey, we're going to keep going. So, but yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the account here. And you see the crypto I have here, some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, some Doge. And you may notice with my stocks, right, that I did make some changes from previous. I think I had O, no longer in O. I'm going with main here. What did I have? I think I had USOI. I'm no longer in USOI. I'm going to go with Target. And I like what I have. I like what I have here. I like my Target, my ET, VTI, QQM, and main. I think I'm gonna roll with those 5 positions, along with my crypto, along with my call options, and and of course my favorite part of Robinhood is those reoccurring investments. And this is also a key to growing your account. And this is what we're going to do is keep those $5 deposits going, right? I usually have each one set for every other week. So just to keep investing in assets. That's my thing. I love to invest. I love investing. I think the key to growing your account is being consistent on what you're doing. And one of the things I like about Robinhood, man, is those reoccurring investments. That's a key right there. The reoccurring investment. And you see my options watch list. I also have just some things I put on the watch list just to keep an eye on it if something comes around that catches my attention. But what I want to focus on right now is my my Apple call options, which you see that we're doing really well on right now. So it's the Apple 185 calls for July 28th. This is what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor, not advising you to do anything. This is just what I'm currently doing right now. So we'll see how that plays out. And yeah, that's my update. That's my Robinhood portfolio update. We're up to 3,500. We're on the road to 4K. I'm confident that we'll get there. And, let's see how it goes. Now, jump right into our investing challenge because I didn't give you guys an update last week. We're already midway through this week, but let's jump in and see where we at. Let's see where we at. Let's see what we got going on. Bam. SCHD VOO challenge, right? So because I missed last week, I had to do week 24 and 25 last week. So we did actually $49 into both SCHD and VOO, which is you see 24 and 25, 24 and 25. So we did week 24 and week 25 last week just to catch up. So we're still on point with our investing challenge. So this week we're going to do week 26 and keep this thing going. So you see so far total in this investing challenge, we've invested $650 in this challenge. $650. And as you see, week 26 this week is going to be our halfway point. So 52 weeks in a year. This week is going to be week 26 of the challenge. We're going to do $26 into VOO, $26 into SCHD, which is going to be $52 for the week. And we're going to keep things going. We're building up these positions. And, it's just about being consistent on what we're doing. And I love these investing challenges because it allows us to just keep the ball rolling. You don't have to think about it. You choose good companies or good ETFs, and you keep it going. And let's go over here to our JEPI and JEPQ challenge, which is a simple $5 a week challenge. $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ. We know these are our monthly paying ETFs here. And so far this year, we've invested $230 into this challenge. Last week, we did weeks 24 and 25, which is a simple $10 into each. So we're at week 26 here. Once again, halfway point of the challenge. Every week, $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ. If I miss a week, I double it up on the next, the week after. So, that happens, right? So we all have bills. You may come up short on what you have to invest. That's fine. You may skip a week and go make it up the next week. And, there's no problem with that. But we just want to stay on task, what we're doing. And yeah, man, it's going pretty good. So that's a quick update on the investing challenge. The $5 challenge with JEPI and JEPQ. With SCHD and VOO, whatever week we're in, we invest that dollar amount. And that's it. We're going to keep it going. Halfway point, we're going all the way to the end of the year. So that's a quick update. I'm not going to hold you guys. Just to give you a update on what we're doing. Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate it. I'm not a financial advisor, you guys. Do your own research. I'll appreciate any feedback that you have. And, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.